Hey y'all, I've moved from Alaska back to Texas in the last couple months, and this is my Calypso salmon rod. It's a pretty big rod. It'll break down into two pieces. It's got 30-pound braided line. You know, if anybody else has seen the video of my 3 rods, when I did the video of the 3 rods, you've seen this one before, but I didn't really specifically talk about it. We just talked about, my rod for bait fishing, and then my 2 for catfishing. But this is such a good catfishing rod to me, and I like it. I figured I'd take time to make a video specifically about it. I've made one about my ugly stick and my tackle for when I lived in Alaska, but tackle changes from place to place, so I'll do a video of specifically my ugly stick, and then one for my little bait fishing, specifically. That way you have a video of each rod. But anyway, this is my Calypso salmon rod. It has 30-pound braided line. It has these 5 sinkers, 2 egg and 3 slip, to get it down to the bottom faster so little fish don't knock your bait off. It has this pretty big silver hook. I like fishing for big catfish because they put up a big fight. So I have this big hook. It has sometimes smaller hooks will straighten out. And for any of you that are just curious about the catfishing rod and don't care about any other video, I'll show you the tackle that I use for catfishing. Now this is my on-the-go tackle. This isn't my actual tackle box, but this is my on-the-go tackle for fishing tricks. But it has everything that I use for catfishing and a little for other fish. Just a little bit of hooks and stuff for other type of fishing. But this is my on-the-go tackle box. Right here, these hooks here, and these hooks, and these treble hooks with a spring, or just a normal treble hook. Those are what I use for catfishing right there. Basically only those. And then any type of sinker. Catfish are bottom feeders, and they eat off the bottom, so you really want your bait to be down there on the bottom. And whenever you're fishing for catfish, a little tip, why I keep small hooks in here is for perch. If you would take a perch and lay it out, from here to here, and you cut off its head, and you move over and you cut it off a little there, and cut it off there, and then you have the tail. If you can put some of those on one of the big silver hooks like this, a piece of those, and a catfish, it'll go for it pretty easy. They tend to like that. Also, they like hot dog weenies. So if you put a hot dog weenie on a hook, it tends to work pretty good. But I just wanted to show you that. And, just remember, catfish are bottom feeders, and even though you might want to, don't sit there and bob your rod up and down, moving that around. And but once your bait first hits the bottom, move it over a little and bounce it up and down a bit. Make sure you're actually on the bottom and not just on a rock. That way, the catfish, can get to it. That's just a little tip. I'm sure most of you already know that. But some of you may be asking yourselves, if you don't really fish for catfish, why such a big, why such heavy line and why such a big hook? Well, because channel and blue catfish, the 2 catfish I mainly fish for, can get up to 100 pounds. And so, in the Lake of the Ozarks and other places, so, I like fishing with 15, 30-pound braided line for catfish, you know, because chances of running into a pretty big catfish is fairly good. But anyway, I just wanted to share this with you and share this setup and let you see the Calypso Salmon Run rod. Anyway, right here it says Salmon Run and Calypso, and it has this kind of Coco Pelly looking guy, but it's not a Coco Pelly. He might be. I'm not sure. He kind of looks like a Coco Pelly. Anyway, and then it's got the reel, and I just want to show it to you. Till next time, I'll see y'all later.